Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. Today I'm going to fit DCC decoders in the Pecketts that I reviewed a week or so ago. So I got the 6-pin decoders from Soundtrax. Here's a decoder, you can see it there. So I'm going to fit them in the Pecketts. Now, in the instructions it says that you need a tail. We'll have to see if we actually need this or not. I have a feeling we might not, but I have them anyway. So, first thing I got to do is get this open. And fairly simple from what I can tell. There's a screw in the back here. I need to lift this off the front, and then that should reveal another screw there. Yep, so I have 2 screws. The screwdriver is probably way too long. Yep, get this one out. This one out. And then hopefully the body just lifts right off if I've read the instructions correctly. Here we go. And there's the body. Comes right off. So let's look at trying to fit the decoder. Just taking a quick look at this, it looks fairly simple. I have to remove this covering here. I don't know if I'm going to need something to get that covering off. I don't want to rip the wires out. Oh no, there we go. So there's the pin holder. Need to get that out of there somehow. Well, actually I don't really need to, because this already has a plastic coating on it. Oh, just what I didn't want to happen. That wire came off there. Okay. Let me look at this and come back. So once again, what should have been an easy 5-minute job, it's going to require some soldering here. So I'm going to start off just by putting a little tinning on the end of this wire. There we go. This is a great addition, by the way. This is a soldering iron that I recently purchased that is battery operated. So I'm using this wireless soldering iron. It's a Blackcube. It actually has a USB charger on it. So you plug it in right here to a typical USB charger. And this is the on and off switch. When you turn it on, so here's the on-off switch. And you turn it on by pushing it forward and holding it until the red light comes on. And the red light will come on until it's heated up, and as soon as it's hot, it will turn green. And if for any reason it cools down, it'll go red and then it'll go back to green. So just wait a few seconds here and this will go to green. And once it's green, we know it's now hot enough to use with solder. There we go, now we have a green light on. So having got the green light on, you'll see now it's ready to melt the solder. Very useful device. Is what I use almost all the time now for soldering. My other soldering iron just doesn't come out. And the other nice thing about it, I'm not going to do it right now because it's hot, but let me turn this off. These tips, they come out, and you can buy extra tips for it. They just unscrew, and it takes different types of tips if you want to put a different tip in it. So There's my new wireless soldering iron. I say new, I've had it for a few months now. I just probably haven't shown anybody. So with the magnifying glass and the hot soldering iron, my soldering skills got to the point where I was able to put this back together, and it looks like there is room for this without the tail, which is what I suspected. So let's put it on the rolling road and program it, and we'll go from there. So we have it programmed, and see, forward hopefully. Yeah. Here we go. Yep. And we change direction to reverse. And reverse is, however, right now, forward and reverse is immediate, and I want it to slow down. So I'm going to go into programming mode. And I'm going to set CVs 3 and 4. To change the CV, I'm going to my NCE power cap. Let me just zoom out a bit here so you can see what I'm doing. I will go to the program escape key here and go through until it says at the top, use program track. Here we go. I hit enter, and you'll see it says 1 is standard, 2 is CV, and 3 is regular. So we go into 2 to set a CV up. Ask me for the CV number, so in this case I'm going to say CV3, hit enter, I'm going to give it a value of 5, and hit enter, and escape out. So I've set CV3 and 4 to 5, which is acceleration and deceleration. So now, if we go look at the locomotive over here, if I start it forward, run it up, and then I change direction, instead of it immediately changing direction, it'll slow down and then it'll reverse direction. And if I go the other way, it slows down and then it reverses direction. And that's what setting those CVs does. I think there's plenty of room to get this back together. This needs to sit in here, but there needs to be room to get the screw back in underneath. But I think if we push this together like this, I think we will have enough room to do this. I've got to be kind of careful as I sort of put it back together, make sure that I don't dislodge any wires. Put it on the rolling road, make sure it's still working. We're actually in reverse still, but looks like it's going fine. Direction change. Forward. We're looking good, so let me get on and do the other one. So here's the other packet done. And of course, this one was not as simple either. I had a different wire broken on this one, so I had to solder that on. So my soldering skills were trying a little today. See, I set CV3 and 4 in this one as well. I thought we'd put these packets on the layout and just check them out after I added the decoders. So I think we'll see this will probably start up much more smoothly than before. Let's let it run. Yeah, there we go. And we'll run it backwards. We'll try the other one. Switch direction before it gets too close. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick how-to on fitting 6-pin decoders in the Pecketts. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Subscribe button to the top right and another video to the top left.